Hey guys, it's Zach. I'm here to very quickly chat with you guys about the Nintendo Direct because yes, I did react to it, but unfortunately, some things went wrong with the recording. Some of the reactions weren't as good as I wanted them, so I figured I might as well talk about the Direct and what I overall thought, and then upload and include some of the reactions that were salvageable. And I'm glad that this was the Direct that, needed to be, that didn't have the greatest reaction because oh my god, yikes. The overall thoughts on the Direct, for an hour-long Direct, I kind of thought it was a weak presentation. I mean, it had some strong points in there, but it definitely, let's go through it piece by piece. We're gonna start off with the Super Mario section, which was like the first third of the Direct. This part I thought was decently strong. We started off with, like, you know, a tease to the Mario movie. Pretty cool. I thought the Mario movie looked pretty good, at least from what we saw. Obviously, there's really not much we saw there, but we got some cast announcements. Interesting that Donkey Kong is not here. Donkey Kong isn't part of the cast list, so I'm wondering if DK isn't in the sequel. I don't know. I mean, DK didn't really add much, in my opinion, to the first Mario movie, so if he's not there, oh well, okay. This might not be all completely in order, so keep that in mind. I'm fresh off of the Direct. We also got information for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Seems like some multiplayer stuff is added. Fine, fair enough. We got Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 coming together as a combo pack, you know, and you can get them separately on the eShop. Pretty cool to see Super Mario Galaxy 2 get re-released, but the price. The games are $40 each. I mean, why are they $40 each? It looks like you didn't do much to them. Why aren't they like $30 or even $25? Like, why are they $40 each? So I'm assuming the combo pack, which, keep in mind, is for the Nintendo Switch 1, is going to be $70 or $80. I don't get this. I don't get why Nintendo did this. This does not make sense to me. Like, it should at the minimum or at the maximum be $30 for each game separately. I'm not gonna get it. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care enough about Mario Galaxy because I have 3D All-Stars, so I have Galaxy. I'm set with Galaxy 1. But Galaxy 2, I'm not spending $40 on it. I'm sorry, I'm not spending $40 on Super Mario Galaxy 2. It's just not happening. And then we got some cool announcements, admittingly, with Mario Tennis Fever, which I'll admit was definitely my favorite Nintendo game that I saw in this presentation. It's the Nintendo game that made me go, okay, they're cooking a little bit with this one. The game looks good. I think they said 38 characters, like, in the game straight off the bat. So we don't have to do the wait for it later nonsense like we had to do with Aces and Golf and all of that. So good stuff there. There was like some cool courses there. We got obviously the basic ones, but we saw this airship one, which is pretty similar to the one from Aces. But we also saw this Waluigi pinball looking court, which I thought was probably the most impressive one of them. I hope there's some more courts in there as well. And there's this cool story mode where the characters get turned into babies, and it's like an adventure. It kind of reminds me of like the RPG ones mixed with the adventure mechanics from Mario Tennis Aces. It seems like a complete package for a Mario sports game, which is like the most I could ask from it. And it's coming out in February, so pretty soon, February 12th. I believe was the release date for that one. So that one looked pretty dang cool. Like I said, definitely my most hyped Nintendo announcement from that presentation. And then we also got this new Yoshi game, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. I'll be honest, I thought it was a Yoshi Story sequel at first. I legit thought it was a sequel to Yoshi's Story and it was going to be Yoshi Story 2. I think that's what they should have called it. Personally, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book is kind of a generic title in my opinion. But nevertheless, the game looks kind of cool. I mean, it's a new Yoshi game. I don't really have much more to say about it because Yoshi games are all pretty similar in terms of playstyle. They explain mechanics about Yoshi carrying this flower thing and then it changing the environment. It looked cool. It looked interesting. Yoshi games, I loved them when I was a kid, but I've kind of grown out of them a little bit, so it's not exactly my cup of tea, but whatever. Then we moved into Nintendo Switch 1 highlights, and the big one obviously was Tomodachi Life. No release date for it. We learned that it's coming out in the spring. I feel like we're just getting more of Tomodachi Life. If you liked Tomodachi Life on the Nintendo 3DS, here it is, a sequel to it on the Nintendo Switch. I don't think they really showed, at least I was actually reacting to it with ZakPak, and he played Tomodachi Life because I personally haven't, and he seemed to kind of indicate that there was nothing really new shown off with it. There's no really cool new features or anything with it. So Tomodachi Life looks cool. I got nothing really to say on it. Final Fantasy VII Remake was also in this direct, and we got to see a little more of the gameplay, a little more action, and it looked honestly really, really good. Again, I've played it and it plays really well, and it's coming out in January. I thought it was going to come out this year, but January's fine. You know, I'm fine with that release date. Looks really good. I'm really excited for it. And we also got some information on games we already knew about, like Kirby Air Riders is getting some Amiibo, and with more coming down the line. Pretty cool. You know, the game's coming out really soon, so of course they're going to promote it. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment got another trailer, and it got a release date of, you know, November or something. It'll be on screen, whatever. So this game's coming out in November. I thought they were pushing this game for winter, so I thought it was going to be a December game, but it's coming out in November. We also got more information on Metroid Prime 4. We finally got the release date for it, and it's coming out, I think, like December 2nd or something like that. So really freaking soon. Only 3 more months for Metroid Prime fans to wait. Shout out to Joey, I'm sure, you know, from Ferris Wheel Pro. I'm sure he's over the moon that the game is coming out this year. And then we got a really interesting announcement with the Virtual Boy coming to the Nintendo Switch Online service. Not what I was expecting, I'll be honest. We literally just got GameCube 3 months ago, so I didn't think they'd do a new console so soon. But alas, we're getting a Virtual Boy on NSO, and I think that's kind of cool. I mean, we know more about the games that are coming to the Virtual Boy NSO than we do for the GameCube one, so that's kind of a shame, but whatever. I mean, Virtual Boy, it is coming with a Virtual Boy that you can slide your Switch into that I think is going to be literally a life-size Virtual Boy thing, and I think that's kind of cool, I'm going to be honest. And apparently, it's compatible with Switch 1 and Switch 2, so that's pretty cool. So Switch 1 users can enjoy the Virtual Boy classics as well. Then we got a really interesting one. We got DLC for DK Bananza. Now, at first I was like, oh, this is pretty cute, but again, kind of like with Mario Galaxy, the price. It's $20 for this DLC that doesn't seem to add any new worlds or levels. Like, yeah, you get to explore DK Island, but DK Island is just a little hub that you can kind of explore and, you know, do some missions on. But everything else is just things added to the pre-existing layers, which is fine for like a $5 to $10 DLC, but this is a $20 DLC. $20 to explore DK Island and to add more objectives into the worlds that are already there. And for so soon after DK Bananza launched, like DK Bananza just came out 2 months ago. Like, why a $20 DLC that's shadow dropping today? It's out today. Why is there a $20 DLC out 2 months after the game came out and it doesn't add anything crazy? It just adds stuff to the levels that are already there. I don't like that. I do not like that decision, and it's just, no, I don't like it. Pokemon had a whole freaking thing devoted to it, and we literally just had a Pokemon Presents that most people summed up as it could have been an email. So why wasn't this Pokemon stuff in that presentation? I mean, I guess it adds stuff to this presentation, but I don't know. We saw more of Pokemon Legends Z to A, which we know is coming out next month, but we also got confirmation of a Pokemon Legends Z to A DLC. And it's like, bro, the game isn't even out yet. Why are we talking about paid DLC for a game that isn't out for another month? Like, rubs me the wrong way, personally. But then we got this new Pokemon game. It's called Pokemon Pokopia, whatever, which you're playing as a Ditto who transforms to a human, and you can use abilities of the other Pokemon. Cool. It's a cute looking game, but it does not look like a Switch 2 title. I'm sorry. It looks like a Switch 1 title. That game could easily have been on the Switch 1. So it's not something to make me hyped for the Switch 2. I don't know if they gave a release date for this game. I'm going to check real quick. It doesn't. It says available 2026. So, yeah, another game that doesn't have a release date and just kind of looks not amazing is kind of okay, sure. We got some more third-party announcements, but then we got an announcement that made me happy. This was my announcement for the Direct. Mario Tennis Fever was like my most excited Nintendo game from the presentation, but this was my most hyped announcement from the presentation, and that is Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 8, and Resident Evil 9 all coming to the Nintendo Switch 2. And for Resident Evil 7, which came out as a cloud version on the original Switch, it's a full native on-console version of the game, which I think is amazing. I'm so glad that they're actually doing it and not just sticking to the cloud version. But I mainly want to focus on Resident Evil Requiem, aka Resident Evil 9, because this is the new Resident Evil game. This is the modern, current-gen Resident Evil game. And not only is it coming out on Switch 2, but it's launching day and date with the other consoles versions of Resident Evil Requiem. Yes, there is a huge visual downgrade for this one compared to obviously the PS5 and Xbox Series versions of this game. But the fact that this game is coming out day and date with the other versions, I wish we saw more gameplay to see how the game actually performs. But as long as this game runs at, I'd say, a stable 30, I'm getting it. I'm going to get the Switch 2 version of this game because I am so excited for Resident Evil Requiem that I just want to get the Switch 2 version and support more games like that coming out day and date with the Switch, with the other versions, like on the Switch 2. And to me, that was just like the most exciting thing because I love survival horror games. And yeah, we got a Fatal Frame 2 remake as well in there, but I never played Fatal Frame. I am interested in it, admittingly, but Resident Evil 9 is like the big one for me. And that was the second to last thing. The actual last thing that the Direct ended on, the big finisher, was a new Fire Emblem game. Now, listen, I know Fire Emblem is very exciting for a lot of people. There are a lot of Fire Emblem fans out there, but I don't think it's the finisher. It's not the game to finish your Direct on. And I feel like Nintendo kind of messed up with the structuring, the whole structuring of this Direct. I mean, the thing is, I just think there was another big title kind of missing. I mean, whatever it would have been, a 3D Mario, Animal Crossing, Zelda, Luigi's Mansion even, just another big notable title I feel like was really missing. Because yes, I'm excited for Mario Tennis Fever, but it's not a big game, and neither is Yoshi, and I'm just struggling right now to see the excitement for anything the Switch 2 has at the moment, and I'm someone who's been very positive on the Switch 2. I'm someone who's been like, I'm loving my Switch 2, I'm loving the games that's coming out for it, I'm fine with the prices of certain things, but this Direct really put things in my face where I was like, I don't approve of that, I don't like that, like, I'm starting to, like, not be as excited. Like, and September Directs are the big ones. Compared to February and June, September Directs are always the Directs that usually bring the goods. And I just don't think this Direct did that for me. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments down below. I would truly appreciate to hear what you all have to say. And if you enjoyed today's video, like, comment, subscribe. You guys know what to do. And consider becoming a ZakPak member. And, of course, getting the new ZakPak merch. That'd be really cool for you guys to do as well. Until next time, you guys, I'll see you all in the next video.